And we're live on a Black Friday special. Right before I got on, my son's like, stop, just stop. I was like, I know, it's so contagious. I can't stop giggling. It's contagious. Hold on to your freaking self. Hey, I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, and messenger of God. And the crowd goes wild. What do you have for us on a Black Friday special? I don't know. It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday, what? And then we're going to be in some Cyber Monday portal. We didn't get through the last one too well. I don't know about you guys. I felt like I got flushed down the toilet. Oh, man. In order to keep up with me, you're going to have to catch my community page, which I was all over the place. I am always all over the place. And as I said yesterday, I don't know where my place is. I like to be everywhere at all times. I don't have limitations, which is quite funny because something came up earlier and they're like, "What? You can't do that. People are looking. That's not socially normal." I was like, I am not social. I'm not the social norm. What's your name, Norman? Anyways, what I'm saying is it's been a fun day. It's a fun day. And when it's this fun and you know it's the weekend, you're like, I better check in. I better come bring my air balloon down a little bit and see what's going on. What's really about to hit me. Because I'm feeling, life is too good. In the sense of, are we preparing for something bad? No, we know there's work to be done. They get you on a high just to take you down real low. It's like, well, instead of waiting till that moment, let's prepare ourselves for that moment. What does that mean? Oh, gosh. By the definition of the weekend, we're supposed to be pushed to our limits. So I actually have been pushing my limits fully, and it's felt great. But, I'm so used to it having some fucking blowback whenever I do something that feels good. Then there's all of these hard feelings about doing it. Like, do you feel bad about it? Not yet. But, that can always happen. And why do you feel bad? Because there's some kind of subconscious wound or somebody programmed you to feel bad about yourself. So, I'm still feeling good. How you feeling? You feeling good? I'm excited. I'm in a birthday vibe, but it's like I'm more in a death day vibe. Like, this is the last day of this year. I'm going to celebrate the shit out of this year. It's like a New Year's Eve vibe. It's like tomorrow is my new, my new day, my new birth. I'll be 42. Hey, and you better go check out that picture, dude. Damn, do I look good at 42? I probably look better at 42 than I did at 22, at 32. Hut! I'm having a good day. I woke up crying. I was like, oh God, I'm human again. I'm still in this body, and it's another day in this body. And then I had to wash that all off and deal with the body, how the body was feeling. Dude, the body hates, I don't know. I'm not sure if the soul hates being here or if you just wake up hating, if I just wake up with a hateful body, or I'm not really sure. It's not all the time, but I'd be like, I don't want to be here. Why did I wake up in this body? All the places to wake up. That's how I felt when I first wake up. And then we changed the frequency with some music and started laughing. Did some reviews about yesterday. It's like, oh my gosh, what did I do yesterday? I was so brave. That's great. Keep it going. Push it to the limits. So that's what happened. So then let's see where these limits are going to take us. What's the blowback? What do I mean by that? Shadow work. Oh, I want to make fun of everybody. Can I take a minute to make fun of everybody in the tarot community, please? I want to make fun of them. That's like one of my favorite hobbies. Oh, and going back to Russ. Oh, God, Russ, you poor thing. It's really devastating to watch someone be, ripped of their powers and of all of their talents and their beauty and all of their fame and fortune and stuff. And I know that you did all that work, all that magical work to make me lose what you're losing. But I didn't wish that for you. And I don't know how it's happening. I mean, I guess, I took what I could off of it, and I didn't really want retaliation. I just thought it was very unfair. And watching you fall is just, it's a hard thing to watch. I've watched karma my whole life, and I tried forever to tell you guys, stop with the shit. Stop with the stupid shit. But, you thought you were going to win, so go ahead. It's getting worse. I just got to tell you that. But at the other time, I was laughing real hard, and I was like, where would life, life would be so dull if I didn't have you to take shots at. It's like, if I didn't have your punk ass, it'd be dull. Like, fucking with you makes me laugh so hard. Like, every one of your clown ass movements makes me laugh so hard. So last night they forced me to play that song, and I listened to it. was like, okay, cool. But that song had so many punchlines against you once you released your other song. I was like, oh my gosh, do you hear yourself? Talking about, I'm not going to be one of those rappers that talk about bitches and fucking fashion. And this whole song is about bitches and fashion. I was like, dude, you became the very thing we said you weren't. You lost all of everything, dude. You were just, and you look old. Like, looking at me, dude, I don't look 42. Bitch, you look 42. You look like your mother. You look like 62, bro. That's crazy how everything is just... I'm watching it and I'm like, oh man. But at the same time, you know, I get a lot of joy out of watching your stupidity. And that goes on to, let's move past him and onto the tarot community. You guys are lame-ass nobodies. You're content creators with a lack of content. All you can do is pull some cards. Come on, collective, let's see what's going on. Whereas I'm an actual healer, and a teacher, and a shaman, and a seer, and an oracle, and a light seed, and a star seed, and a worker, and all of that. I am actually all the things that you study in your books and in your cards. Right? So I was thinking about, you know, I see a Wolfman over there trying to rape my materials and put them on Patreon as if, you know, he's teaching people a healing journey through his karmic relationships, as he's currently taking applications for a new karmic relationship. You know what I mean? He watched so many of my videos that now he wants to, you know, take all of, and that's it. He read a book. He watched a documentary about someone, and now he wants to take their works and tell everyone how he makes that work in his life. But it's so doppelganger that once it comes out of his mouth and he's over there being egotistical and he's literally selling his magnetism at the low price of, you know what I mean, fucking, he's really just throwing himself out there. It doesn't even apply, and that's what it means, is you can't, it doesn't resonate. You can take Marshall's words, but you'll never deliver them or it'll never sound right coming out of your mouth, because you aren't the words that you use. They're just words that you're trying to use. They're not your words. They're not your actions. You're not the truth. You know what I mean? And that goes back to, you know, Ava trying to pretend like she was, you know, here to inspire people. The fuck you are. You're here to put them down and talk shit about them. And that's why you get up all in those cards. And that's it too. You want to be all in people's love lives and see how they're hurting and what they're going through and talk down to them. You don't really want to inspire them, encourage them. And you can tell by the way you do exactly what you do. I laugh at them entirely, and then I completely empathize, sympathize, put myself in their shoes and try to find a way to give them an idea of how to get out of their situations, rather than, you know what I mean, what you guys do. And that's it. It's like, you're a content creator, and where did that come from? Well, here he is. I'm doing a love reading for the week of, you know, December 2nd through the December 8th. This is the third time you did a December fucking reading, and it's not even December. We're going to check out the beginning of the December. We're going to check out the new moon cycle. We're going to check out the end of the... You're checked out, bro. That's it. And so you come out here and you're like, I'm going to teach everyone about karmic relationships. You are a walking karmic. You're a walking karmic, bro. Literally, you teach girls how that they deserve better. You're nothing but a lustful little... You're karma. And you're receiving nothing but your own karma. Nobody loves you. They just lust you. That's the truth. Nobody loves you, Oscar. You're loveless. You're out there searching for a God that doesn't exist because you think you are God. I've met many of your kind. Ugh, it used to be attractive. When I was low vibrational. Let's turn this beat up. And the beat goes on. Anyways, I myself am pursuing new love, and I am having so much fun doing it. I'm doing it without limitations, and I should be feeling very guilty, but it feels really good. And I'm like, I didn't know that I felt that way and stuff, and I didn't know I talked that way, and I didn't know I could express these. And as weird as it is to hear myself saying it, I can't imagine how hard it is to hear the, you know, be on the receiving end of this. But it's like, I like, yeah. Oh, a card fell out. All right, what's blocking our light? Could be a Libra. Or an Aquarius. That's what fell out. What's blocking our light is you deserve balance, and you need to honor your individuality. Balance and individuality, and what have I learned? You have your own approach to things, and you don't want to approach it your way because it's against societal norm. I shouldn't say this. Nobody's ever said this before. You're not supposed to say it like this. You're supposed to hold this in and, like, you know, make hints or something, I suppose. You're not supposed to be so open. It's never been said like this. You shouldn't be so open. But I am all about, you know what I mean? And that's what I said. It's like I have spent nothing but 2 years exploring my own feelings so that I'm able to speak about them. And this is exactly what I'm feeling inside of my body. And if for once in my life it's not terrible things, it's really exciting, and it's dirty, and it comes out so sexy. But it's really what's going on. I feel all this passion and desire going on inside of my body, and I'm like trying to explain that. It's like the most beautiful love novel, but it's really not just words. It's like I'm really putting, you know, words on what's going on inside of my body when I think about possibilities with you, right? And it's like, nobody says this, but this is me. I've been created to be able to express feelings, to show people how to express them, to find words, to feel and show these feelings. These are just a different pile of feelings. And as far as deserving balance, there's a limitation. It's like I want to be able to express this fully, but I want to be able to do it without guilt, shame, or fear that, you know what I mean, it won't be reciprocated. It's like I don't want to go all the way if you're going to hold back and not go all the way. Is what that means. It's like I feel like I want to go all the way. But there's got to be an equal sense of sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice for me to do that because of, you know what I mean, for it to be right. You know? So I don't have to feel wrong about it. And the feeling wrong is, you know, that fear that it's not going to work out. You don't want to get in because you're afraid it won't work out. It'll end up like before. You know what I mean? And what's before? Any of the other times that it didn't work out? How many times have you dated and you're single now? That means it didn't work out, losers. We're not losing. We're learning. We're learning more. Each one that doesn't work out, and that's what I'm sure he's trying to sell, you know, on his Patreon page is like, and he learned that from my twin flame experience. That's why so many people teach so many love readings. Dude, I burn a huge hole in my dress. I always have fucking burn marks on my clothes and dirty fingernails. My fingernails aren't dirty though. Anyway, it's like a huge ass hole. Oh well. I'll be on fire. So, you know, you can't speak on something when you haven't learned any lessons, when you haven't really pushed your limits. And that's what it is, you know, I had to push my limits with all of these twin flames to where I had to push myself into places that I wanted to explore new levels of love, to where I wanted to jump and give it all, you know what I mean, to get to this place. And now I'm at this place, and once you're there at that place where you want to jump, you want to make sure it's secure. I'm telling you how I feel and what I want to give you and what I want in return, but it is going to cost, you know what I mean. This is what needs to be done. It has to be done to make me feel secure about making this kind of leap, you know what I mean. I want to leap with faith, but I need, you know what I mean, I need some arms to leap into. It's like, not like it costs this, but it's like, this solidifies it. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if that really has anything to do with the cards. I'm just telling you from my experience. So that's what I tell you, and that's what I said, is you guys could tell all these people shit you've read out of a book, but you're just reading out of a book because you are not a testimony to the workings. You're just studying the workings. You're no more than a fucking, you know what I mean, a false priest that's out there telling you how the Bible is, but not walking in it. And that's what I mean, is you can tell all these people what you read and everybody else's, you know what I mean, everybody else's scripture, and, you know, Carl Jung says this, no, but show us how it applies in your life, because otherwise I don't want to hear it. I can read it for myself. Guys, quiet, please. What numbers do we have? 711. Or 117. Oh, man. I have an oil in my car that I made, 117. What's in it? I don't remember. Memory's a hard game I play over here. 11-7. Okay, let's go to 7 first. Let's see. Relationships are a delicate balance, and Black Moon Lilith in Libra indicates the resolution starts with you. You may currently be experiencing power struggles with others. It's up to you to change if you want to break the cycle. And that's it. If I stop running and stop running away and start running towards you, what's going to happen? Are you going to run towards me, or are you going to run away? Because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? pursue you with you know, your hand out, like, don't leave me alone, you know. Black Moon Lilith in Libra can create feminine shadow around relationships, balance, love, and beauty. Venus is the planetary ruler of Libra. Today is Friday. We are in our Venus. And invokes energy of fertility goddess in ancient Rome. Symbolized by the scales, Libra represents balance, duality, dynamics in a relationship. When Black Moon Lilith is in the sign of Libra, your relationships can feel karmic, and discord can ensue. And that's it. What makes a relationship karmic? Well, when it's contractual. When it's like, I'm only doing this to get what I want. And that's where it's like, I know what I want, but I'm not going to break anyone to get what I want. If you don't want the same things than I want, then this is going to be this is going to be a wasted venture on my side, and I will get hurt trying to pursue something that's not available to me. You know what I mean? But is this one of those, you know, that's what I was joking around. I was like, is this one of those, you know, you're saying no, but you really mean yes, you know? Or am I being dumb and dumber and thinking I have a chance and it's really no? Because, you know, it's a super no for me on others, with other people. I understand a no. I feel it. Whitney Houston had Black Moon Lilith in Libra in her 8th house of death and addiction, which manifested through her tumultuous, hey, there's that douchebag's word, marriage and Bobby Brown. Oh, gosh. This guy. Codependency or unequal relationships, I know, right? Create inner tension, leaving you feeling, I know there was 2 in that, right? They hit me with 2, because that's what he says in his word, I'm talking about Wolfman, he says it in his videos, tumultuous. And then it said Bobby, I was like, oh God, we got 2 in 1. I got double punched in the gut. Codependency or unequal relationships create inner tension, leaving you feel unworthy. And that's that guilty feeling of like, I feel used, or I feel like I feel like I love you more, or I'm giving more to this relationship, or I'm more committed, or I'm more down than you're down. Are you down? Down. You may be hyper aware of your physical appearance. I know I look good. I really do. That's it. I was like, you look good. I was like, not usually. I'm usually wearing a muumuu that covers me from head to toe, and I don't show anybody my body. But there's no reason I have to. I just do it because I feel comfortable. I don't like stuff touching it. I was like, but I have a beautiful body, and that goes back to it. It's like appreciating it. It's like, I appreciate my age. I appreciate my shape. I appreciate what I have. I just don't always like the feelings that come with it. Feeling the drive to fight for justice and equality in the world can also be a desire. That's it, dude. I fight for it, dude. It's like, this isn't fair. I got to stand up for the people that can't stand up. Do not allow others, and that's it. You're like, why did you attack him about, you know, not giving, and that's it. It wasn't that I didn't think I could, you know what I mean, that my body type was going to be, you know, repulsive, or I couldn't have Wolfman by that body type. But there was a time in my life that I felt that I wasn't sexy enough. You know, and when some guy comes out here telling you you have to be all these types of sexy, you feel inadequate. And though I don't feel it now, I felt the pain of before when I did feel insecure. Like I was too, you know what I mean? I wasn't enough to have a guy like you. And that goes back to, you know what I mean, my trip with Lewis. I had to feel as sexy as I feel now, even before when I wasn't so sexy. And how did my body become this sexy? Doing manual labor, like I tell you. I'll be out there shoveling and doing demolition and fucking construction cleanup and fucking, you know what I mean, warehouse jobs and shit. I have a lot of energy and I work hard like a man, and it makes my woman body look beautiful doing so, and it helps me, you know, feel like a good provider and shit like that. I don't go to the gym. I don't starve myself. I eat fucking cookies and puddings and shit. I'm very unhealthy. And that's what I mean, is like, you're like a physical fitness test. No, we're going to stop and smoke weed and cigarettes all the way up this mountain, but I'm still going to look physically and fit while we're doing it. Nobody has to meet your standards. I don't have to look like everyone else while I'm doing it. I might even do it in jeans. You know, like I don't have to wear, you know, I don't have to be that to be this. And that's just the point. It's like, I didn't go to the gym, guys. Listen to my stories. I don't have time for that. I said I'm the most ain't doing shit bitch you'll meet. I don't sit here doing fucking tummy rolls and shit like that, I clean out my chakras. I let go of all this dead weight of feelings that hides inside of my skin. So my skin's a little flabby, if you want to be honest. But I'm not going to cut, chop and screw it. Do not let others to dominate you. Instead, aim for them to complete and balance you. And that's it. It's like, I'm not asking you to be my husband. I'm asking you to play the most important role in my life and in my children's life. It's not what you think it is. It's like I'm asking you, I'm feeling like I want to put you in a position of submission where I put you above myself. I don't think you fully understand what I am asking for. I know what it meant to be married. I was married twice, where you live with someone and shit. No, that's not what this is, right? Making decisions from an empowered space can help you step into your power. And that's it. It's like, you got to be honest, because I'm being fully honest. Feminine shadow work. Release judgment around beauty by indulging in self-care. And that's it. I had makeup on and was wearing a pretty dress by like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I'm just going to get pretty today. Try a spiritual bath and candles. And I told you that too, is like I light my candles and I finally look at my body and I'm happy about it and it's beautiful. And you can see why. And essential oils to embrace your body by running the oil over. Speak positive affirmations as you do this. And that's it. It's like I'm pleased with the body that I have, even though it doesn't look like anybody else's. I have no reason to be insecure of a 20-year-old girl's body, nor do I have any reason to have to hide my body. There's nothing wrong with my body. I just don't throw it out there for everybody. Dark feminine, masculine shadow work. Divine masculine energy is not about dominating others. Prioritize supporting and providing structure to those around you. And that's it. I wasn't trying to push my feelings and my agenda. It's like, but what do you feel? How do you feel? Am I just, pushing myself on you and making you feel excited? Help, lead, and protect. Peace and harmony with others are resolved within. Don't deplete yourself by giving from an empty cup. Well, ain't that the truth? It's like you can't love anyone if you don't love yourself. And you know what I mean? And that's what I was like, I'm not being really loving right now. I'm kind of like hating this whole experience myself. I'm not liking myself. But and that's it. It's like, I never know how you're going to feel. That's the thing. You're going to have to learn to deal with that, guys. When you start to flow, your feelings are fluid. They come and go. You just roll with them. You're just sitting there and you're like, you look like you're about to cry. I know I had a sad thought. Let it out and move on to a happy thought. It's just feelings. It's like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. You don't hurt my feelings. Memories hurt my feelings. It's like my feelings are just hurt, and I just have to deal with the things that hurt them before. I was like, people don't hurt my feelings. I just have already hurt feelings built up inside of me. You can't protect me. Nobody can protect me from being hurt. Things get hurt. You know what I mean? Words hurt. Simple shit like that yesterday. That was a funny story. So it was really just all the way what I wanted. It's like I wanted a friend that didn't want to, plug me. And so the friend came at me very respectful, just to be honoring. It's like, I heard you, in the sense of strictly friends, dude. I'm not going to try to, give you no dick. And that's exactly what I said I wanted for so long. And that person came at me offering me exactly what I wanted. But when they said it like that, I took it a different way. It's like, but what if I did want it? No, I'm not gonna make this complicated. And I was like, but hold on a second. And I became a walking contradiction, in the sense I told you I didn't want it, but actually eventually I do want some. I don't know if you know what I mean, like stop it. Somebody said, get away from me. That's not what I said. But that's what I was like. And then I felt all this huge sense of rejection, because it's like, well, what if I do want it? Now you're telling me I can't have it. What I mean, I can't have what I want. I didn't know if I wanted it. Maybe I do want it. I think I do. And and this whole conversation comes into, and it's like all of a sudden these words became hurtful to me, and now I'm crying because you said you didn't want to give me any, and you were just being respectful, because I've been saying forever I don't want people pushing that on me. And so it became a thing. It's like, you can't protect me from getting hurt by words. You know what I mean? They sink into the core of me, and I feel some type of way. I'll get over it. Just let me feel about this. Let me feel my way through these words and see why I feel this way when people talk. And again, why do I feel so vulnerable when people talk? Because of how other people have talked to me before. And that's just the healing process, to where, you know, we're not so vulnerable when people talk. You know what I mean? You're not going to make me cry. You're not going to make me upset. You're not going to make me explosive. You know what I mean? Because I'm not that hurt. I'm not that explosive. But truth is, you know, I am. And that's what I said. It's like, you can't take away my pain and, you know, guarantee that I'm not going to get hurt. I get hurt, you know, just thinking about shit. It's just a feeling. Let's go on to Aquarius, honoring your individuality. I was laughing about that too. I was like, I didn't want no dick. And then I looked at my video yesterday, and the first song I played was the dick song. And then I was like, well, maybe I woke up on his dick, or I was sleeping on it. I started laughing so hard all morning. I just been laughing at myself. Everything, I just laugh at it. That's why, like, my son's like, can you just stop? Because you sit there listening to someone laugh so long, it kind of gets contagious, like where you just start laughing at them too. All right, it's time to let your freak. Oh God, I got really pissed off at Russ. Let me tell you this funny story. Oh, let's close. Love this. It was such a funny show. My dominance over Russ has been just, oh God, it's so funny. Anyways, I got pissed off at Russ. He was trying to be so dominant. And somehow I ended up saying, fuck you. You lay down and pull your panties down and I'll pull your hair. Right? I said some stupid shit like that. I was like, I totally pulled his masculinity out. And then the fucking Too Short song came on. I need a freak with long hair. A super freak in underwear. So as soon as I saw freak, I remembered all of that. And that's what I mean. It's like, you can't stop me in my feelings. All I need is a memory. It was so funny for so long, you guys. It was so funny for so long. Because that's how guys be like, let me pull your panties down. I'm going to pull your hair. So I turned around and said it to a dude. It was so funny. It was the best ever. Ah, I'm such a freak. All right. Time to let your freak fly. Your freak flag fly. As I said, I'm waving my flag. We're waving our flag for the world to see. When Black Moon Lilith is an Aquarius shows up in a reading, it is encouraging you to embrace what makes you unique. It will require you to be brave and unapologetic. And that's what I'm doing. I'm being so brave, and I'm sorry. That's how I feel. Don't say that. I feel it. I'm such a kid. I feel. Most kids are like, I have to use the bathroom. I'm over here. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. It's just inappropriate to say out loud, and that's what I was like, I can't say it. This is not what friends say. I'm gonna get kicked out of the friend zone right away. Where do I go from here? What's outside of the friend zone? Fucking freak. All right, Lilith in Aquarius represents revolution and rebellion against the status quo. Aquarius is a fixed air sign. Picking up an air sign. Could be you guys picking up my King of Swords a lot. I am too. I'm picking him up. Hey. No, right now I'm really in my feelings. Air sign. I'm using my heart overhead right now. Symbolized by the water bearer, who pours ascended knowledge out to the collective. Structured Saturn. Here we are, Saturn, our limitations, tomorrow, and eccentric Uranus are planetary rulers of Aquarius. When Black Moon Lilith is in the innovative sign, you can expect radical points of view, transcending societal expectations. I mean, there was something scary about that thought to them. What did I say? I was like, well... Like, what if I just feel this, and what if I just want to, like, sit on your lap and feel what it feels like to have your arms rubbing down my back? Can't do that out here. People will see you. That's not okay. But it would feel so good. Who cares what they see? I've never felt that way before. I want to feel that. You can't act like that out here. Stop talking like that. You're being inappropriate. I feel it. I feel this way. I told you, the words that are coming out of my mouth, I'm like, oh my God, did you just say that? I did. I said, I want to feel like what it feels like to sit on your lap and have... Yeah, I said that. Why did I say that? I said it afterwards. I was like, I don't know what it feels. I don't know feelings. I know I've done this stuff before. I have 4 kids, and everybody says I've done all these things before. I don't know what it feels like. I was like, can you imagine being 14 and experiencing all these things before, being brave enough to even touch or say or any of that? You couldn't use words like that. You just had to wait for opportunities to be brave and jump out there and, you know what I mean? Stick your tongue out. That's what popped in my head. See, unapologetic. Unapologetic. In the sense of exploration of these feelings, dude. And it's like, you don't use your words. We don't use words to express our feelings. And the words that are coming out of my mouth about the feelings I'm having are suspenseful and attractive and desirable and passionate and exciting and eccentric and dirty. But it's not, that's just what it makes you feel like to hear it. I'm trying to find words to describe what's going on inside of me. I'm not trying to turn you on. I mean, that's obviously what I feel like, but it's not as simple as saying I'm turned on. What part of me is turning on? Let me tell you where I feel it. So expressive, and that's why I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of feelings going on here. And that's all I do all day. Why are you mad at me? I spend all day trying to find my feelings. So right now I'm trying to find the dark side of these feelings. Because there always is a light and dark side to this shit. 2 sides to every coin. Anyways, when it's in this sign, you expect radical points of view, transcending societal expectations. Don't say that. You shouldn't talk like, I know. And that's why I don't come out in public. We shouldn't be around people. I tried to tell you, let's go outside, go to the nature. Just kidding. It's like, erase the messages. Rosa Parks, Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius, was arrested for she refused to give up her bus seat to the white man in 1955, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott and fueling the civil rights movement. I want to show you all the synchronicities. All right, it's the 11th card on page 22, and 55 is in there. Love it. Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius can also experience feelings of being the black sheep in their early life. If your ancestry or childhood, the natural desire for liberation from the collective could have been shunned. You march to the beat of your own drum, even when it may be disliked or feared by others. And that's just who I am. It's like, that scared the shit out of him, and it's like, oh, you shouldn't, like, does it really scare you, or you're just scared of people's reactions? But what if they weren't there? Would anything hold you back? And that's what I mean. I'm trying to I live my life with an invisibility. I know I'm seen, but it doesn't matter. I know that, there's words, but they don't matter. I live in an invisible cloak to where your opinions don't matter. Your views on me doesn't matter because you don't really see. You only see through what you've seen. I know that, that's what I said, you've seen that in TV somewhere, didn't you? It's about accepting yourself, quirks and all. Once you do this, those who appreciate you will find your message incredibly healing and uplifting. And that's it too, is like, those that appreciate me forgive me for being that. And that's just like, you gotta forgive me. I didn't know how to deal with my feelings. And I still don't. I'm learning how to do it. That's what this all is about. That's all I teach people, is to acknowledge how you feel and start to work through it. That's all I do all day, and that's what I teach everyone. Visual Divine Feminine Shadow Work. Visual meditation is a powerful tool to help build confidence in yourself. During meditation, take time to allow your mind to visualize exactly who you are and want to be. I keep the slate blank until they give me a vision. You know what I mean? So it's just been dark, lights out. Tomorrow it'll be, it'll still stay dark, and then I'll get some inspiration as to how to proceed. But right now, we're just, moving around in the darkness. This will power your future timeline with your thoughts, and that's it. Where am I supposed to go from here? What do I want to manifest now? You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, I don't want to start manifesting and working on something that's just going to blow up in my face. Dark Divine Masculine Shadow Work. You attract one-of-a-kind people in your life who reflect unique qualities you desire. Going back to it, that's what was, difficult for the divine and I had to accept, is like, they made him to my liking. Here's a man that, physically I found attractive, that was spiritually, you know what I mean, that had spiritual interests similar to me, that was all about travel and was a nomad similar to me. He fit the queue. You would have thought he would have been perfect to just jump on a bus with me, and we would have just spent, the rest of our lives teaching spirituality. His knowing of the dark and mine of the light, and us coming together is what it looked like. And you can see why I was interested. I was like, I could see this working. I could see why they brought you to me. You could be an honorable fit. But that wasn't it. You still had your shadows. It's not that you can't fit. It's that your shadows stand between. And what's your shadows? Your ego. Your ego, my friend. Your ego. Learn from them and integrate, and that's it. You're just all egotistical. You would not submit to me. You're not going to submit to me, so why would I ever submit to you? And that's the thing is, like, it has to be equal. You have to submit to who I am and the goddess that I am, and I want to submit to you and the man that you are. And I don't ask you to be more. I was looking for something outside of mankind, thinking that you were going to be a god within a man. But I understand that godliness comes later. But to accept you as just the man that you are. And I can do that, but when you try to be a man bigger than the woman that's in front of you, who is a goddess, we have a bit of a problem here. You know what I mean? You don't see me for my worth. You're trying to put yourself above me, Adam. You're trying to be on top of me, whether metaphorically, you know what I mean, spiritually or literally, Learn from them and integrate what you admire instead of wanting to conform to the rest of society. And that's it. I don't know. You were fun. That's what they were upset. You should have worked, but truthfully, that's where it is that's what they taught me the lesson too, is like, who will you try with? If you're not going to try with this one or that one, who? And why didn't you try with all of them? Who made, where, why? So, anyways, embrace who you are. The collective needs your unique soul. That's what I mean. You're a content creator. They don't need your message. They can find a million tarot readers. I teach people how to heal what's really hurting them, because I show them what's really hurting me. And what hurts me hurts them. What I go through, you go through, or have gone through, or will go through. But the shit in your videos, it only tickles the ear of people on that low vibration. And you'll always pick up the same vibration because it's your vibration. Those are your videos, bro. Just like these are my videos. This is my work, my life's testimony coming through. I am a divine creation. I don't work with the divine. I am divinity in an expression in the human form. And that's why anything I touch is the truth, because I am the walking truth. I am walking in the flow of divinity. Any card you pull, I could bring you right here and pull out all my cards. You're going to pull a card, and it's going to be about me and the current energy. Because that's me. But if we sit around and pulling cards on you, it's going to be about you. And you want to have some fun with this, motherfucker? I can't. I can't. I don't pull cards on people. And I made an oath. As long as I don't pull cards on people, anybody that pull cards on me will never get the full truth. They're allowed to pull collectively, but they'll never get the full truth. And that's it. There was times I loved Marshall enough that I wanted to really know what was going on. I wanted to go beyond. I wanted to go beyond faith, but I wouldn't. And I told him that was the only person I ever wanted to pull cards on. I want to know if you're worth this. I cared enough to, and was scared enough to wanting to go past my faith and find real answers. But even him, I didn't. I don't pull cards on people. I pull cards on myself. All that matters is myself, because, I'm forever changing. And that's exactly what this person said. It's like, you feel that way today, but you the one thing I know about you is you might not feel that way tomorrow. I was like, that's the best thing. I don't stay in my feelings, but just come and go. But this feeling doesn't seem to go. All right, so there's some good stuff. I'm still looking for what? What? I don't know. We were looking for shadows, but I'm facing my shadows. I'm walking with my shadows and holding hands in them, and I'm like, this is me. The shadow is parts of you that you deny, that you don't want people to know exist, that you're trying to hide. I'm like, no, this is me. This is really what's going on. This is how I feel. This is how I talk. This is what I'm thinking. This is me. I'm not holding it back. What happens if I don't hold it back? What happens if I don't hold it back? What if can I not hold it back? What if I just let it all out? And that's it. It's like, can I let it all out on you? What happens? I need you to do this so that I can be safe to let it all out. And that's pretty much where it is. It's like, I want to let it all out. I'm tired of holding back. I'm tired of being scared. I mean, I am scared, but I just don't want to hold back anymore. I want to see how far I'll go if I don't have to do the right thing. And that's what I said. It's like my brain tells me what is the right thing. Don't say that. Don't do that. You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't do that. I want to go against it. But I need your permission, and I need to know that you're going against yours too. Because otherwise, if you're going against the grain, then this isn't going to work. But I really want to go all the way. In the sense of I want to see how far I'll go without being fearful. You know what I mean? Without running. Doesn't everybody want to do that? I'm just trying a different way. Spiritual work at hand, please. 3 of coins. I don't know what to say about that. 3's a crown. That's all I always think about when I see the 3s. Like 3 of coins. Here's for your tarot readers. And that's another thing too. I'm not a fucking tarot reader. I would know these cards by now. Somebody should. But every time I put them on, it's a different story, and it doesn't matter. It's a different fucking energy. It doesn't matter. You guys are the same old. Your cards mean the same thing to you every time because it's the same old bunk ass energy. We're in coins. That's reality. That's towards the back. And they're called pinnacles. That's why I can't find it. All right, 3 of Pentacles is work. Work, work, work. The 3 of Pentacles is a card of work and craftsmanship. That's it. I really have to get to work. Even if I pull off the last bit of my $140 in 2 rides, if I don't clock out 20 rides by Monday, I'm fucked. I got to do like 15 rides. So I got to be a fucking taxi driver. I literally got to go drive around. I tried to do it earlier, but people weren't moving. I was like, yep, I knew. I felt it. So I do have to get out and work, but I have the energy. My body has energy. I can do it now. You are involved in making your inspirations manifest in the world, whether this is a piece of art, establishing high-quality business, building a house, or getting the training you need for your chosen career. You have made your plans, you know where you are going, and good old-fashioned hard work is going to get you there. What does that mean? I stopped planning long-term. I learned that at the last hotel, just for today. And you think I'd learn that? That's all God ever teaches me, but you get so caught up worrying about tomorrow no matter what. It's the fucking skin. Forget it. So anyways, I stopped worrying about that. Just for today. Just worry about today. I'm back in my just for today, which is exactly where I'm supposed to be. So going back to that, all I gotta do is come up with money for the hotel, just for, one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. Just one day at a time. And each day is more accomplishing than the last day, because really, you know what I mean? We're not in the car. Everything's getting better one day at a time. This is a long-term goal, and you have only completed the initial stages, and that's it. I had planned to, I'd stay in my car for a couple weeks, get a job, this is how I saw it, and it's moving faster and different than I saw. I would get the fucking Amazon job. It would take me another week to 2 weeks to build up paychecks, and then we could start staying in hotels weekly. I got the Amazon job, and I was like, after that I could get a second job, use that paycheck to get a Lyft car. All that fucked off. I got the Amazon job, got the Lyft car, got out into a hotel, and now I'm like, moving faster than I thought I was, but on a totally different path than what I thought I was going to take. So it's, what's the word they're showing me? It's a lot of improvising. You know what I mean? Improvisation. I can see the word, but I can't say it. But you have the determination you need to see the project through to its conclusion. And that's how I made it through this week. I've been in serious shadow work and not working. When I had a $400 bill on top of me plus no money. I had, birthdays and holidays. This would have crushed me. This week has crushed me for years and years and years and years and years. Because I have the holiday, I have my daughter's birthday, and then I always had the first of the month. You're like, your birthday's there. It never existed, bro. Did you hear what I said? I have the holiday, you know what I mean? That costs money, lots of money. Then I'd have my daughter's birthday, lots of money. And then I'd have the first of the month, which was rent. So this was always a crushing time for me. And I stayed very calm and just dealt with my feelings that had nothing to do with any of that shit. That shit was still taken care of. Now, other people recognize your dedication and will want to help. Be willing to collaborate and learn from others. There we go. And that's it too. It's like, and that's what I said. It's like, you can't bail me out of this. There's no Captain Save-A-Ho that can get me. I mean, yeah, you might have the money to get me out of out of hotel living. But it's not about that. It's the rise. You know, I know it looks bad on the outside, but look, you got to understand, we're being taught gratitude and you know, a lot of things. I know it doesn't look right. I know you might feel sorry for me because I don't always have money and, you know, our situation, but don't feel sorry for me. Feel, you know what I mean? You don't know the whole story. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I feel sorry for other people. I'm trying to show you that we can, you know, how hard it is to build out of it, but how you can with the right mindset. And that's what I mean is, yeah, fairy tale, yeah, there's one of my rich-ass fucking twin flames is going to buy me a fucking, you know what I mean, a suave fucking RV and roll up on me and drop me the keys and, you know, a big bag and say, you know, I believe in you. Yeah, okay, I believe that too. But, you know, this comes with hard work and determination. And maybe if I would have been more in my feminine and believed more and been more, maybe if I was raised differently, maybe if I manifested differently. It's not to say that that can't happen for me, but maybe if that was something I really, really, truly believed in with all my heart, it would have happened. But I didn't really truly believe in it. I'd sit around thinking, oh, I could think about it for long enough. Then I was like, bitch, wake up and get a job and go take care of yourself like you always had to. And, you know, that's my masculinity. And if I didn't have that piece in me, then I couldn't relate to my other masculines that are trapped to their masculinity. So, you know, I'm willing to be helped, but understand that you can't save me from what God is trying to teach others through my life. And I don't expect you to suffer with me. And I don't want you to think that I'm fucking suffering. Only the haters think I'm suffering. And I tell you when I'm weak in it and when it doesn't feel so good. But it's not what you think it is. Not for me, not for my children. I mean, definitely we feel weak about it sometimes. We feel like people are judging us and we can feel our situation, like on our, you know, birthdays, holidays, all those times when you're, you know, you already feel down. But trust me, it's not that bad. It's not something that anybody wants in their life, but we have hope and faith and joy while we're going through this, okay? You are not, reverse meaning, you are not applying yourself to your job or study and take no pride in it. Instead, producing rushed or quality work. Oh gosh, Russ's song was horrible. It was full with all this word vomit. He was just trying to put together words, and they were on top of a messy beat, and he was like talking over the beat, and it was such a mess. You won't take any advice or constructive criticism from anyone. And I just want to point out, this is a man that's trying to give his girlfriend a music career. Oh God. But prefer to muddle through. If you want success, you need to develop a better attitude. And that's it. He also came out, and that's why do you think it never works? Every time he releases something, there's always some kind of fucking malfunction. That never happens to I've never seen that happen to so many times in a row to any artist. A glitch. There's always a glitch. You can't go live, or the website crashed, or they're not selling it didn't get uploaded. So like today he's like, Apple Music is tripping. I uploaded the song. Meaning his song is not available on Apple Music right now. It's like, it doesn't work because it doesn't work. There's always signs that this isn't working, but you just keep muddling through it. Do you know what I mean? There's every reason not to do this. And as soon as it was over and he wasn't getting any, any love or likes for it, it wasn't doing what he wanted, then he had to throw out this, oh, by the way, remember I'm on Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre's album. I was like, that sounds exactly right, because Pac said that Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre were next to fall, and your frequency is in their album. Makes sense to me. Mark of the beast. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Again, anybody that's in his frequency, and it's not that I don't love him. You can see I love him. I don't lust him. I don't like him. I love him. I appreciate him. He's like this irritating little brother that life would not be the same without him. But in the sense of any of you that's occupy a Russ energy, you're going to get a dis-Russ energy back from me. I'm going to diss you like I diss Russ, because that's a disgusting energy to be in. If you want success, you need to develop a better attitude. And that's it. You can listen to him always whining on his music about how he has all this but isn't happy. You ungrateful little bitch. Shave your face and brush your hair. Where's that hair product with your mommy? It's my favorite thing he ever did. You guys, it's my favorite thing he ever did. He has this post that's pinned on his Instagram about a hair product, and he pulls up, it's in Italy. He looks gross all the way around, but he's supposed to be on his date, and he pulls up in this old fucking Ferrari, and he opens the door, and it's his fucking mother, and he's wearing this little fucking tie around his neck. It's the grossest, most cringiest thing ever. I really love that video. Where's the hair product that goes with that shit? It's hilarious. Oh, that's right. You're too busy building other merch. What happened to the clothes that you sold for $300 a t-shirt? They go real well with your $10 ticket sales. Oh my God. The card suggests structure problems with the property you are buying or renovating. Be wary of doing bodge do-it-yourself jobs or hiring cowboy builders. A relationship is struggling because you're not putting in time and effort needed to maintain it. Ignoring advice from well-meaning friends. That's it. You can't give from an empty cup, but you can't fill up a strainer. This is what I heard. I'm getting so parable with it. I'm so very Jesus-like. Not. It's just a Christ consciousness. All right, there's our spirit. There's our current energy. Our spiritual work is hand is to get to work. Where's the work going to lead us? Oh, you're going to be a teacher. The Hierophant. I really want to talk about this. You guys don't understand this, what it means to be a teacher. It means to be in order to be a teacher, you must be the most excellent student, because you're never full. In my card, it's called the Elder. And the teacher is the Hierophant. It is said that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And that's it. Where do my guides come from? Each week I get new guides, new gifts. Oh my God, today's fucking gifts and today's new clairvoyant gifts that came, new mutational gifts. It was the weirdest. I haven't experienced this. I was like, well, this is a new one. So, oh my God, was it weird? Oh my God, Becky, it was so weird. All right, I take a spiritual bath, but I don't want to wash my hair because I've already washed my hair yesterday and dried it, and you don't wash your hair every day when you have ethnic hair. You have to keep it clean, but you don't wash it every day. So anyways, I put my hair up and I put my headphones on. So now I want to submerge in water, but not my hair. So instead of submerging on my back, I submerge on my stomach. So now I'm laying on my stomach and I have my arms crossed like this. And I have my chin up here and I'm laying like that, right? And I have my knees, I'm laying flat and my knees and my legs are, up in the air above me. And I'm laying down with my face, right here on my arms. And I'm sitting there and I'm breathing. And I am completely still. And I can feel the movement of the water. And I got this download. Because I'm like, how is the water moving? I'm not moving. My eyes are closed. I'm doing nothing but breathing. And the water is I can feel it shifting. It's going like this, in and around me as I'm laying on it. But I'm not moving. I'm completely still like this in the water. But I can feel the water going like this, back and forth. I can feel waves in the water, but I'm not moving. And I got a download. It was like, even in still waters, everything's moving. And secondly, the movement is like, we make the movement. So I'm like, how is it moving? So I'm still, but I'm breathing. So my stomach is going down and up and down and up. And so it's pushing the water that's making these flows, right? But I don't understand. How is it flowing? I'm not moving and it's flowing, right? It's really cool. I'm in a bathtub and I can feel the water doing this as I'm laying completely still. Like almost like I'm a baby and I'm being rocked in the water. And I'm trying to understand, where am I feeling this from, right? Never felt this before. And it's me that's creating the motions. And it was as though I felt it. I was being shown in a spiritual teaching as a teacher right now, how I was supposed to teach that is, even when we're not moving or doing anything, we're creating ripples in the world around us just by our thoughts, by our breath. And the most important times, the most, the best movements are when you're doing nothing but breathing, is what I can say. Because like I said, the water was it was rocking underneath me in the bathtub, going like this. It was almost like, you seen those babies and they put them on the rockers and they just rock them like that? That's how I was laid. I had my head I had my hands like this, I had my head on here, turned to the side, listening to some music, and I was being rocked by the water, like this. I know I have kind of chunky hands. I talked about it. They're cute. They're cute. Anyways. So the teacher will appear, meaning when you're ready to receive, when you're receptive to learning, when you're ready to, God will wake you up when you're ready to see, when you're ready to hear. You can hear the same thing told to you a million times, but there's one time it'll be told by the right person where you actually hear what was said. I've heard that said a million times, but it didn't resonate till now. That's what that means, when you're ready. The elder provides spiritual knowledge and guidance within a structured framework that helps you to your spiritual goal. He can also be a wise counselor or friend who gives you invaluable advice, and this too can be divine help sent through a human agency. And that's it. God will send people that'll open up and just start talking to you, and they don't really know why they're saying what they're saying to you, but they were guided to say this to you. I feel like I got to tell you this. This happened to me yesterday. Great thing. I'm sitting there, I'm just having a cigarette, and these people in the parking lot that are actually the next room over, they end up being the next room over. I didn't know that. He's like, "Hey, do you smoke weed?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You look like you need some weed. Come down here." And he gives me a big ass handful, and I put half of it back. I only took half the handful. It's like, I do, and I didn't. It was Thanksgiving, so I assumed that nothing was open, but right now I don't have money to buy weed, and I was at the last bit of my weed. He just gave me a handful. And in the sense of, it's like God sends them. God sends people, and he's like, "You look like you need." And I was like, I didn't know I was giving off a needy vibe, but yeah, that's for sure. I do need some weed. I'll totally take that. And that's where I could have been like, no, I still have a joint left. But what if I didn't say yes? Then all I would have had was that joint. Why turn him down when he senses my needs? The elder indicates traditions and an education. He might be an initiator into, he may be an initiator into secret doctrine, but the card can also indicate rites of passage such as a baptism, marriage, funeral, starting college, or graduation. That's where I'm at, literally. I've been baptized. I did my baptism. This is the end of a long journey of, my 40 wonderful years. I feel like I'm starting something brand new with no limitations, and I have the right attitude. I feel like I'm about to go into, it's all about to be new, but it is the end, and I feel good about the end. I know where I've came from and all of this shit, and it's been a really long journey. I'm trying to clean up the little messes that I had connected to this journey and take the next journey. As far as starting college, I have lots of new stuff to start teaching you guys inside of my books. I've always been prepared for higher level of teachings. We just had to wait till we could actually speak on it. And that's the difference, again, going back to you content creators. I don't read books. I don't open them until they actually apply and until I'm guided to. And by the time I'm guided, it means that by that time, I have the knowledge, the wisdom, and expertise, plus a testimony to go with the book I'm about to read to you. I don't just reach. And that was going back to yesterday. I said, I got a bunch of random books. That random told a whole story of yesterday. There's nothing random. I just know where I'm supposed to find the answers. And I don't just, oh, this is what's coming up, so I need to put this show together. And that's the difference. A priest and a pastor or a reverend and all of them, they get a message and they spend all week preparing, how am I going to deliver this message and make this message, resonate? How am I going to make this, fit people's lives? I don't do any of that. I tell you about my life, and the message is my life. I deliver messages about my life because I live according to the divine. And it's all messages in every divine scripture given by man, who also had a higher understanding that was given, these erotic knowledge and wisdom, higher understandings were given to them. By what? You know what I mean? Reverse meaning. Elder reversed can indicate a crisis of faith when you realize that some dogma no longer holds true to you, when you are searching for new answers to the eternal question. Be careful as you are vulnerable to being easily influenced at this time. You could receive bad advice or encounter someone who's trying to gain power over you. The position of spiritual leader or teacher is one that can easily be abused. And that's it too, is I'm not trying to use psychic gifts on you. I'm not trying to dig into you. I want to know. Don't make me turn it on. You know what I mean? Don't make me, put that on. And that's it. I don't need to pull my cards on you, dickhead. I don't use magic against people. I use it to help people. And that's it. It's like, what is he thinking? What's he going to do next? So then I can have a counter action to your action. That's why people do that. They want to know what you're going to do so that they can act accordingly or manipulate what the energy is. But you can't. I mean, I guess if they're fucking cows and they're always doing predictable shit, I guess you could manipulate them like Russ. Well, he's going to do this if I do this, so let's just do this. Don't be so fucking predictable. Anyways, searching for answers. Yeah. Be careful. The position of spiritual leader and teacher is one that can be easily abused. Yeah, like his mother. She told him she was an intuitive healer, and she told him I was a witch, and that I was going to steal his fame and fortune, and that I was all of these things. What a fucking lie. How much intuition does she have? And that's him with all his fucking songs about manifestation, and I use my intuition and energy, and I give it to God. You don't even know God, you fucking liar. The wise person, you believe yourself to be God, or your mother, or the shit you own. Stupid. God's going to show you who he is. The wise person believes nothing he has read and been told until he can analyze it for himself. And that goes back to you, Oscar. You just sit there and read everything and then try to turn around and tell everyone that you have all this power because you've read this stuff. But you didn't apply any of it. I did some ritual work at the pyramids of Isis. What does that mean? Because I teach people exactly what to do. I tell them not what I did, but how to do it for themselves. I tell them not to use other people's spells and craft work. I tell them to create and craft their own spells and work. What works for them. I tell them what the ancients did, but I tell them that they have the power to be, you do all this shit trying to look for power in the ancients and think that you're so powerful with your big fat ego. Ugh. Ego. I hear Igor every time I say that. I'm gonna just call you Igor. And that's it. It's like, I don't believe what I've read until I've actually experienced it and know for sure. And that's what I mean too, is like, it's in our nature to know that. You can't believe what you've never seen. And I make the unbelievable seen right here. What's the unbelievable? God, he's unbelievable. The shit he does in your life, and you didn't know it was him, and you keep saying karma, and you keep saying the universe, and you keep saying the devil, and you keep saying it's anything but him working in your life, and I'm trying to show you that he is all over your life, and he loves you, and what he's trying to do, and how he's trying to work with you to create a better life, but he can't create it for you until you start making the right movements. And instead, here comes Oscar trying to tell you you're a god and you need to be selfish and you need to be in control and you need to surrender all that, not to the universe, but to the understanding that God is all powerful. And you are not him, but when you work with him, you become him and you do harness his power. You shall not own no power on your own. It is he who gives us such power. And that's why I'm so powerful, because I've surrendered my power to his workings. I only use my power for his shit. He would not give me power to use it against others. I've done that. I didn't come here to do that. I did that in all of my other lifetimes. I'm not trying to use my knowledge and wisdom against you. I'm using it here to empower you and set you free. And you know what I mean? And help you to discover it for yourself. And to stay away from false teachings and misleaded, fake fucking magicians like yourself. Fucking could be an Aries. Right now, the Aries is like the only thing I dislike more than a fucking Libra right now. Go figure, those two are a couple. And find it to be good and beneficial. Was that what Kim Mathers was too? Was she an Aries? I'm gonna look it up. Don't get in there bullshit. Anyways, and found it to be good and beneficial. Anyways, we don't believe it until we know it works. I'm not going to believe you. I'm not going to take your word for, your word is gold. Because you wear sunglasses. You wear sunglasses. I wear sunglasses. Shut up, bro. You fucking clean your chakras by masturbating. Self-pleasure. That's not how you clean your chakras over here. We go through self-pain. Pain and gain. Ha! You're such a bitch. What's the outcome? The 3 of Wands. 3, 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah. 2 of Wands? What's the 2 of Wands? Foundation. We're building new foundations. This is a card of growth, process, and enthusiasm. Thanks to good planning and determination, you are starting to get results. I mean, in the essence of, they're all internal. I feel good inside, so the outside will start producing results. Still, you are considering expanding your horizons with new ventures in business. I know I have to start a TikTok. Creativity, study, travel, or moving to another place. Fuck, I saw this morning. Fuck. I'm not ready to move, but I'm not against it. But I picked up a quarter this morning. There was a quarter. I went to walk the dog, and there was a shiny quarter, and I looked down, and I looked real hard at it, and it said Idaho. I was like, it's too cold in Idaho right now. But it was a message, something about Idaho. It was like, I've been to Idaho before. They have fry sauce. I don't know. It's not far from here, but it's worse winter. I don't know. I saw Idaho. I don't know. Idaho. Maybe it's just saying I'm being a hoe. I don't know. Do you hear the rhymes? Wait, let's work with this. Come here, Marshall. Marshall, you have an SOS. Something about Idaho. He said you are a hoe. Shut up. I'm not being a hoe. A hoe would entail the ingestion. Never mind. I didn't ingest anything. I did not have sexual relations with that man. Anyways, I'm just having fun. Something about moving. I don't want to move to Idaho. I thought we were going to fucking Alaska. I guess we're preparing. Ugh. I'm serious. All I know is Idaho, and I was like, oh shit, what's in Idaho? However, take care not to neglect your day-to-day details and your eagerness for something new. I know, I gotta go to work. I am. We're going to work. This is also a promising card for making a new start with an existing relationship or founding a family. As I said, you don't want to give me a baby? What the fuck? I didn't even believe in babies. I swallowed babies. Now I'm ready to give them. Oh gosh. You have to catch my community page to catch all these jokes. I mean, my life is a total joke, but to really get the gist of it, what am I hearing? What is it called? The shaft of it? That's a whoa. The Three of Wands reverse indicates delays, dissatisfaction, and frustration, owing to a lack of proper planning. Planned Parenthood. I don't know what to tell you. You don't. You just keep trying to rush things. Like, you guys, none of you were prepared to do a Black Friday special. Oh, shit. That was a terrible Black Friday special. Is it because she's black and it's Friday? No. It's because there's nothing special about her. I love that I chose to be a witch in this life, but somebody had to be. I am the first witch. I don't get to pretend to be something that I'm not. I was like, why are you going to make me so witchy? The laugh and everything. You even took my teeth. I was like, why am I so witchy? It's because you were always the first witch. All the stories of witches were made about you. Show them what a witch is. I was like, oh, that's right. That's very right. Okay. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Sorry. I love myself. I'm telling you, you guys can't possibly love me as much as I love me. When I realized what God created me to be, and how full of me, or how much He put into me, like, oh my gosh, you put so much into this package. This is the greatest Christmas package. That's it. It's like, your pride tells you no. Your brain's like, no. What did somebody say? I wouldn't let a man pay for my meal. I was like, $20 is $20, bro. What are you talking about? Why? Why won't you let them feel good about helping you out? You feel like they have some power because they bought you some food? Now you know how men feel. Or maybe that's you projecting, because every time you buy a meal for a woman, you feel powerful. Maybe that's where that's coming from. Let's go find a dude to buy you a meal. This should be great. I want to see a guy ask a guy if he'd cover his meal. That'd be great. Just to see this whole uncomfortable situation happen. Perhaps you and your romantic partner got together too quickly, and you have discovered that you do not want the same things from life. I don't know. Russ, do you and your girlfriend want the same things from life? Yeah, I think so. You guys just want to be rich and famous and popular. Go on with your bad self. What about you, Logic? I saw that your wife started a new clothing line, but you didn't advertise it properly, and that's not going to take off. You didn't give it the right lift. No lift off. You were too much working on an old ass project from 2 months ago. That's old, bro. You guys don't understand the lift. I didn't even finish college in marketing to understand this. But it's all about the preparation, you know, and that's where Russ was listening, and he learned how to apply it, but he had nothing really good to sell. I taught him how to sell something to someone that they don't even know they want. How do you sell something invisible to someone and make them want it? I taught him how to do that, right? And he was doing it in hopes that he could get his album sales up. But the truth was, is nobody really wanted it. But you have to put in a lot of effort and a lot of hype into what your project's going to be. And that's why these labels, you know what I mean, they have to invest so much. Why do people pay so much for a Super Bowl commercial? Because of the return. If you put so much into it and you get it so far, you need the reach. It needs to reach so far. You're only going to get back, you know what I mean, maybe 1% of your actual, clientele. Unless it's something that, is always... It's just that. You can't keep all of them happy. Each of them like you for different parts of you. You can't feed all parts of it. So you have to keep reaching to get new people to fill in all of those parts to make that a full pie. And so, going into this, I know I started on relationships, but Logic, your wife's clothing line could be huge. Depending on, the design, the colors are nice, and the feel and stuff, everybody has kids. They will continue to have kids for kids for kids. If you want to make clothes, you make them for kids, because kids will always be kids. There will always be new kids, always kids. That's why the tobacco companies and drugs and alcohol are selling to kids. If you get them when they're young, you have them for their whole life. You know what I mean? So anyways, it could have worked, but you wait till Black Friday to say that she's opened and she's running a special. It should have been a grand opening on Black Friday, and it shouldn't have had any specials because it's a grand opening. You don't start at a low price. You start high and go low. And that's sales too. Again, I have a lot of sales experience. But, I'm just saying, what the fuck is this? Oh, I was only one. Alright. What happened? They asked me for a cigarette earlier. And I gave them one, and they came and gave me a bunch of cigarettes, which are American Spirits, and these are expensive-ass cigarettes. They last for 5 years. I probably don't even want it. I'm going to give it back if they buy me another cigarette. And that's what I'll do. It's I don't need nothing better. These are expensive. Yeah, I'm almost done. I do. Dang, dude, she gave herself a full-on beautiful haircut. Can I show the public? Just look in the mirror. Her hair. She cut her hair off. Isn't that pretty? Wow. Joan of Arc. I mean, that's what I said too. I looked at her. I was like, every woman thinks about it, but it's only stuff in movies. I've never seen someone really do it. Be so brave to just fuck this hair. I was like, you're the bravest woman I've ever seen in real life. I've never seen someone really do it. I've wanted to do it. We all want to cut it. We all want to take our lives, but we don't really. So anyway, she chopped her hair off, and she's been working at it for 2 days. She wouldn't let me to go get a haircut. She wanted to cut it herself. Stop, Christian. So going back to your relationship things, I don't know. Logic, I don't pick on Logic and his girlfriend and stuff. I just, this applies to all of you that are married. You know what I mean? Royce, are you and your partner want the same things from life, or she just wants to support you in everything you want from life? And she has no ambitions and no drive and doesn't really want anything but to fucking, be your helpmate for life. And you're cool with you're cool, mate. I don't know. I'm just asking you. I'm not attacking you. I'm asking you to reflect on how you feel inside of your relationships. And trust me, you're not the first person for me to do this to today. I do that to everybody, but it's okay. And that's what I got to come to realization too, is I was married twice. And somehow, even though I don't have the memories or anything to prove it, and all I have is left with is disgust, I have to admit to myself that this person was enough and made me feel loved enough that I wanted to give myself and stay with this person. But I have to admit that it got to a place where this person no longer made me feel good, to where all I wanted to do was get away from this person. But it didn't start that way. All I wanted to do was be around that person, and I would cry for that person, and I would be hurt by everything they did, and I didn't want to lose them, and I would tolerate anything they did just not to lose that person. Who are these people? I don't know. They have names. I was married to them. I gave them 10 years of my life, but I don't know who they were and what about them made me want that. But the truth is I've had that where I wanted to give myself to someone, and I was willing to take anything just to have that someone, but I got to a place with those same people where I just didn't want them. I wanted anything but them. I'd rather be all alone for the rest of my life than ever be with a person that treats me, that I feel like that around. But it didn't start like that. All I wanted to do was be around these men. I want to be your girlfriend. I want to be your wife. I want to have your children. Please don't leave me. Please don't go. Don't go to work. Don't leave. Why are you always leaving me? Just, I don't care. I forgive you. I don't care that you're this. I'll forgive you. I forgive you. Just don't leave me. But then I got to a place where I didn't feel that way. I don't know where you are in your relationships, but that, you know, you that's it. I needed them when I needed them, and they were exactly what I needed when I needed someone there. And that's what is karmic. It's like, when you're suffering, God brings you someone so you don't have to suffer alone. He brings you someone to help you through your suffering. And that's what we call karmic. Because our relationship is based on karma. We're going through bad karma, and and our relationship, our codependency, you know, our partnership helps me get through this karma. You're helping keep me strong through these hard times in my life. Right? But then you get out of those hard times, and you don't need that person like you did. What you don't understand is, like, I don't need you like I did. But I don't feel like I need you like I did before. I need me, or I need someone else, or I need, you know. Stop! Both of you. So the outcome is perhaps your romantic partner and you guys got together too quickly, which is it. You got together many years ago, and you've changed so much since the beginning. And that should be a good thing. You shouldn't be the same people. You know, you should be individuals with individual likes. You should be, you know, you should like to live together, but you should be individuals life together. You have discovered that you don't want this life, or it could be a long distance relationship that is not working out. I think that came up in other people's cards on page 50 and 51. I don't know what to say. I know that I'm trying to work through my own, but at the same time I'm trying. Here's the quarter. Is this the quarter? I don't know. No, this one says Shawnee. These are different quarters that I keep in here. But I found a quarter that said Idaho. I think it was. This isn't it. I don't have my glasses on. They're in the car. Yeah, I can't always see. I'm sexy, but I'm old. I'm sexy and I'm old. I don't know. Yeah, so spiritual work at hand, obviously relationships and commitments, being brave enough to, you know, push your limits and express yourself is what I'm going through. It seems like that's always on the fucking deck on a fucking Friday, Saturday, but usually it's a lot harder to do. And it's not that it's not hard, I'm just doing it. I'm just like, I'm doing the hard work. Like, I'm going to say this is going to be hard. Just say it and take a breath and put the phone down. Just say it and put the phone down. Say it and put the phone down. And that's what I'm doing. Is like, I can do one step at a time, one little step at a time. Answer one question, say one comment. It doesn't all have to come out all at once. It's like, I just want to fucking word vomit you with all my feelings. Let me just tell you about. Then it's like, hold on. All right, I've said enough about my feelings. How do you feel about all this shit I'm saying? I don't know how to feel. You're saying a lot of shit. I know, right? Let me just keep talking then. That's what I said. If you don't talk, I won't shut up. Shut up. I know. It's awkward, right? I'm that awkward talker. Not really. It's pretty quiet around here unless I'm online. Or unless I'm yelling at them to be quiet. Hey, it's a Friday special. Make it special. I'm having a special Friday. It's been special. And that's it. I was like, you know, honestly, why did I come here? To see if something was going to fuck up my special Friday? If there was something I wasn't doing or something I'm missing, or if everything's going to keep being special? Is this going to get harder? Are there going to be some hard feelings about how special I'm feeling right now? Is there going to be some blowback about my, you know, what I'm doing? I didn't see that in the cards. So, you know, I don't know. That's my energy. I hope that's your energy. If you're walking in it, it applies to you. And that's it. It's like, I don't try to be entertaining to people. People are entertained by the life I live, because I really live a life, even though it's not so pleasing on this, you know, on paper. Speaking of which, I gotta go make some paper. Hey, I love you guys. Happy Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday. I don't know. If some shadows come up, you'll hear from me. I'm right now, I'm feeling good. I mean, it's not like they come up. They're right next to me. It's like, I got some dark sides of me that are really showing right now, that are not so pleasant, that I'm supposed to be hiding from people, but I'm really feeling proud of it, and I'm really just showing them, and I'm unapologetic, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed anymore. I mean, a little. I laugh at myself. I'm like, oh man, that was a bit much. I don't know. I love myself. I hope you love yourself like I do one day. And you can't possibly get here. That's all I teach you people, is acknowledge, hey, I'm feeling some type of way. And work through them every day, all day. And they'll start to become more fluid, where you don't just stay in one feeling for long. And then you become pretty much, unfeeling, where it's not like, I don't have any feeling about it. I don't care. It's just, not that you're numb, it's just you're indifferent. You're like, I'm good either way, I'm good without, I don't care. Whatever you say. How you feel about it. You decide. In the sense of you let go of, trying to control your feelings and how things make you feel. You're just going with it. It's like, oh, that was a terrible feeling. Oh well. I feel like I'm gonna fart. I hope I don't really. I hope I don't shit my pants. It's just a feeling. I'm just trying to explain. All these things are like, I feel something in my body. My mind's making me think some shit. Like, is that real? Or is it just, things that are coming over you that you need to learn how to let go of or work through? Hey, I love you. Whoever you are. I know that makes you feel uncomfortable because you're like, you don't love me. Why can't I love you? I might not like you, but I can show you love. That's what I am made to do. And it'll make you very uncomfortable. Why? Because you never felt love like this before. It makes me uncomfortable doing it. Sometimes I feel a little weird, but ultimately it's a good feeling. You'll like it. And no, it's not a touchy love. Hey, I hope I touched your heart. Laters, haters.